Can you hear me?
Yep.
I think I need another earphone because I'm hearing this tapping noise in my ear. Are you hearing that?
No.
Okay. We're not recording on. Oh,
We definitely are.
hey girl. Hey.
Hey, boo.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Tired. I am
Yeah, I
still
mean, that too.
recuperating for the weekend. Like I'm still struggling days later. So.
Oh, yeah. How was your weekend? I mean, I know, but let
Yeah,
them know.
listeners. So this weekend, my little one had cheer competition in Ocean City, Maryland, and it was like really nice. Like we had like a little hotel right on the water, and so that was super lit. And we got to hang out and turn up with some of the parents, and that was really fun. And like literally, my diet and low alcohol went right out the window because like we were drinking tequila, rum, like it was just the most Crown, all of that. My husband, he was he wasn't all the way sticking to it like he normally do, but this man was still waking up in the morning going for runs, like 4 mile runs on the beach and stuff. I was like, all right, making me feel bad for being stuck, but I'm just tired. Like it's a long drive, and then like just the weekend it was a lot going on. Then I came back to headache, so it was just like I'm tired. I needed like a day of rest and recuperation from the weekend, but it was fun though. What
Yeah.
about you? What you get into this weekend?
Well, this last weekend, it is. This past weekend is the last weekend that it'll be. Uh, the three of us for some months because this upcoming weekend, my daughter will be at her dad's house and JT deploys. So I don't think we really took advantage of it the way that we should have.
You don't think so? It seemed
But
like y'all was
I,
doing a lot of stuff though.
yeah, I mean, I don't think, like JT and I keep saying, like, it doesn't really feel like, he's going to not be here
Right.
next week.
All right.
So I don't think it's like really.
It's not
I
hitting
don't
y'all
know when
yet.
it's gonna hit me.
When he
Yeah,
gone, maybe like
yeah,
damn.
that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, well,
So I'm tired because last night we were just up all night, and we'll probably be up again tonight because they still got this man working
oh my goodness.
these long ass
That's
hours.
crazy to
So
me.
yeah, it's just like the fucking military. They don't give a fuck about
Like they
nothing.
don't let them get some last minute quality time with their family uninterrupted or something. Like y'all could have took a quick little trip or something. They like, nah, you're gonna work up until the day you leaving. You good. Like that's crazy.
I would just think they would at the very least let them get out at like a normal time. But like he still doesn't get home until, I guess it's earlier because it's like 7 instead of like 8 or 9. But it's still like,
That's
okay,
still late.
7 is kind of late. Especially if you're me and you're like a bitch that likes to be in the bed at like 9:30.
Oh, because that is me. You're like 7, so it look like we got 2 hours of talking.
Right.
That includes dinner and talking and anything else.
This kid got to fit in there somewhere. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that sucks. Oh.
I have I mean, it's not good news, but I'm going to speak positivity into my
Yes,
life.
do it, man. Do it, do it, do it.
So today I had a gynecology, endocrinology, whatever appointment.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah. So basically, for the listeners, Shay, me, JT and I have not prevented getting pregnant ever. And it has not happened in the 4 years that we have been married, minus the one. Neither here nor there. Uh, so, you know, we're kind of at the point where we're just like, well, what is the issue? So when we were in Cali, we had did like minimal testing, but then the doctors there, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So I didn't really fool with them too much. So lately I have been in the doctors almost every week, every other week, like getting stuff looked at. And so I was talking to my doctor today, and I have to get another set of testing. But basically, I mean, it's bad news, but it's good news. Okay.
Right.
So he doesn't think that I am releasing an egg every time I
Have a cycle?
every month, yeah. But he has things that he can do to basically make sure that I have a baby.
Oh.
So that's not as expensive or as intrusive as like IVF.
Right.
So
that's lit.
Basically, right, he has me on this plan for the next couple months while JT is gone, but he said that he believes that like as soon as JT gets back, like we'll be pregnant within like by the end of the year, and he doesn't come back until the end of the year. So
that's perfect
basically,
timing.
he thinks I'm gonna get pregnant like in the last 2 months of the year.
That is lit, baby. That was my song. That's good news, though.
It is,
because at least you have answers.
Yeah, I have a little bit of hope, you know.
Well, I have a lot of hope for you, boo.
I just need to get this big head ass baby out the way, honey, because JT just don't even realize that once the bitch gets to a certain age, if it don't happen, it just ain't happening. We just gonna be living our old ass best life. Right. Our daughter is gonna be 12 this year. Right. So in my eyes, the door is there for her to get the fuck out. So why the hell would I start all over when she's right at the finish line? That just don't even make sense. So we got to get these babies in and out.
Right. So that is good news. That's exciting. So let's see, listeners. We are on episode 31. We are trucking along in this thing. And this week, we are going to talk about gold diggers pretty much.
What y'all consider gold diggers?
In the words of Kanye West, a.k.a. Yeezus, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she is not messing with any broke niggas. So that is what we're going to be talking about. If, would you consider, basically what we're going to be discussing, would you be considering a woman a gold digger if they only date men with money? Or is that just the thing to do? So
being a smart bitch.
Oh, girl.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself.
No, hey, look, we know where you stand, Shay. We know where you stand.
I had happened to turn on the radio today, and the Breakfast Club plays down here, and I only had the radio on for like 2 seconds, but it's crazy. They actually were just asking this question on their show sometime, I guess, within the last week. I don't know if it was today or not, because sometimes they'll replay stuff from like a previous episode.
Oh, yeah.
But they basically were talking about the same thing, like it's like you said, it's seeking men with money a bad thing, or a gold? Does that make you a gold digger? Basically?
A gold digger, a sugar baby, a scammer, exploiter, opportunist, whatever you want to call it. Does it make them that, or is it just a woman with preference?
Well, first of all, let me say that I feel like this conversation is coming up because we just have a lot of Black queens out here that are telling us in musical, songs to just fuck niggas and get money. You know what I mean? You have City Girls, you have Megan Thee Stallion,
even Cardi said it.
Yeah, I was gonna say even Cardi B to some extent, even though she is definitely not practicing what she preaches. Not anymore, anyway.
Technically, she's still getting money because.
Well, she's getting her own money now.
Yeah, she definitely is, but she married a nigga with money.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, so I feel like what is happening is that there is an uprising in these these rappers that are women that are just basically telling the rest of us to go out here and don't settle for love, settle for coins. And so the men are feeling some kind of way. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion.
But so I understand wanting financial security, but when does it really cross over to like, all right, you're just like a money hungry gold digger? Because like you're basically only going to mess with a dude that can pay your bills. So what's the difference between that and being a prostitute? Like I don't understand. Like if you're out here exchanging cooch and dates for money and gifts, wouldn't that make you like an escort or a prostitute? That's just
Yeah, but if you're just exchanging your cooch for STDs and baby daddy drama, like that just makes you an idiot.
yeah, because where's your condom? What do you mean? Definitely an idiot. I learned that shit in high school, junior high actually. Like, no,
I mean,
definitely an idiot.
even if you use condoms and you don't get pregnant, like have sex if you enjoy having sex. But also know that, girl, you can get that same orgasm or probably better with this thing called the Penguin. It's
Oh.
on Groupon for the low right now, just so y'all know. It is amazing. Woo!
It's so
I
stupid.
wish we could give you a code for it. Because, honey, while JT is gone,
All
since
summer
Safari
nights,
wanted to be selfish.
selfish. All summer 19.
Yes. But no, I just feel like this is what I really feel like. I feel I feel like I let Disney movies warp my brain.
Oh shit, not Disney movies.
No, because so Trina, right?
Mm-hmm.
I loved me some Trina. Like
Facts.
Trina and Kim, those were my bitches. And
Mm-hmm.
I would sing their songs like I was that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as my ass got old, what the hell I do? Settle for love. I knew in high school. But if I had been a boss bitch like Trina and Kim, or at least like they said in their songs, I would have a nigga with money right now. Not to say that my nigga is broke, but I mean, I gotta work. Okay,
Right.
he we gotta work together.
I just feel like I am realistic. I knew at a young age I probably wasn't gonna scoop no nigga with no millions. Like I'm just gonna keep it a buck because the bitches that these millionaires is looking for was not encompassed in Dice. Like I just it wasn't happening. Like you got women that's like their whole life goal is to marry or get pregnant by a rich man. So like they just out here like smashing ugly niggas because they rich to get the bag. They out here having surgery, losing weight, using their last little coins on a bomb outfit just to land a nigga with money. And I just can't. I can't. I couldn't even see it.
But when they are successful, I don't bash them. Here's my thing. If you have a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
you need a smart person in your corner.
Correct.
Like I okay, but a lot of these motherfuckers get money, but they're still stupid and they still have stupid niggas around them.
Mm.
So should I be mad at women for dudes being dumb?
No, I mean I can get or respect like another and like all right, I got a preference. Like I'm only trying to date other rich people. But like for these regular middle class joints out here, like I just at the All Star weekend out here catfishing people. Like I don't get it. But it's like really people out here, and that's their whole goal. Like I'm going to be at all the basketball games. I'm going to be at all the All Star. I'm going to get all the good seats at the football games to get seen. Like it seems exhausting to try to catch a rich man. Like, and they probably end up being an asshole. You catch you a rich man, and then they end up being a jerk, and then what? Then, or what if you end up dating him all this time and then he finally proposed and he said he getting a prenup? Sis, you're salty. Like, then what?
Well, prenups can have clauses in them. There could be stipulations. You
like a
know,
cheating clause, but what if he's a good guy
there
and
could be a
doesn't cheat?
cheating clause. There's also like a time invested clause. Like I know when Beyonce and Jay-Z, I don't know why I know this, but when they got married, their prenup was like after so many years there would be an increase or something like that. Like if they were to have gotten a divorce within like the first 5 years, they would just take whatever it is they got, what they came in with. But then as the years go, then that it gets divided some kind of way. You know what I mean?
I'm sure his it was a clause that last time he cheated. I'm sure
I
his
was gonna say
percentage
they
reset and shit.
revised that.
That shit probably reset to zero. Reset the shot clock.
Yeah, and then I mean there are also ways around that. I mean, if you have a baby, you still gotta get child support money.
It's
So
true.
I don't know. I probably sound horrible. I just don't. I just
What? You sound like you're picking your words very carefully.
I am because I don't want people to be like Shay is a fucking thought ass bitch. Like,
Why would they
but
say it like that?
because because I don't really see anything wrong with um I don't see anything wrong with it. If a woman is strategic enough and has enough patience to go to Rainbow and get her outfits from Fashion
Ooh.
Nova and get these scam her way into these courtside seats and find her way into the hotel room and these dudes fall for it and don't use protection or wife them up or whatever the case may be, I feel like it's their fucking fault. Like this shit is not new, my G. Like
Right.
a lot of we've seen this stuff over and over and
Groupies
over.
be out here
Like
back in the day, even with musicians back in the day on the road on tours. So it's always group, but I think I don't know, like would a groupie be different from like an actual gold digger? Because a groupie is just like I just want to be around him and smash this dude because like he's famous and like I'm obsessed with him. But like I feel like a gold digger, like they have like more strategic, in-depth plans than
groupies
just
are stupid.
smashing. Yeah, I agree. But the gold diggers have more of they're playing more chess
And I'm
than
and I'm
checkers.
saying if they play a better game of chess, then who can be mad? I don't.
I just get it, but it's still like prostitution. Like I just like I don't know. Like they're like and maybe I'm mixing it too, but there's like chicks out here that like literally they are only going to mess with dudes that got money. They love being taken on trips. They love bags being bought for them and shoes being bought for them and like all this stuff. Like in exchange for cooch. Like I don't understand how that's different from you being an escort or a prostitute. I really honestly and truly don't. Like maybe it's just my narrow thinking, but I don't get it.
Okay, maybe an escort. I like escort better. Prostitute, when I hear the
I
word
mean
prostitute, I think of like bitches that's walking the street. But like,
they walk in the streets of the All-Star weekend, so it's kind of the
yes,
same.
but if they're playing their cards right, they're walking the yachts in wherever if they got the right one.
They're high-paid prostitutes that's picked up and taken the yachts and ran through, and then they're paid, and then they go on their little
But
way.
that's so I don't think that is as many successful gold diggers as people like to put on. Like I feel like there's a lot more groupies than there are successful gold diggers. So if the
Yeah, I agree with
so
that.
if there are successful gold diggers, then good for you because there's probably a lot of the groupies probably wish they could, be an escort, but
That's probably what they aspire to
instead
be.
they just get dick. And you can get dick anywhere.
You can
Like
get broke dick.
yeah, you can get broke dick and it probably would be better. Cause
I was just about to say
niggas that are
that.
broke, they don't have nothing to lose. So they're gonna
I
give
was
you
about to
nothing but
say
good
that.
dick. I'm just saying.
Look, they said, look, this is all I got to offer.
They gotta hook you in some kind of way, my G. Like
Right. If it's money or that thing. Which one is it?
so
I so this article, um, I don't know if it's from a gold digger, but it read like a gold digger trying to cop a plea pretty much. So it was on
oh
bold.com.
never heard of it.
And Yeah, me neither. Uh, so the title was "I Only Date Rich Guys," but it has nothing to do with money. I was calling bullshit, but I said I'm intrigued, so I'll keep reading. And let's see. She said, I spent too many years dating losers. Then I moved on to rich guys and my mind was blown. Now, before you call me a gold digger, hear me out. I don't date wealthy dudes for their money, but what their cash says about their character. Bullshit. I was calling bullshit in the first paragraph, my G. What the money says about their character, and then I'll list some of the stuff that, and I don't agree with half of this shit. Number one, being rich requires a ton of energy, and I love energetic men.
What?
No, yeah. It
I
says
don't
nobody
agree with
gets
that.
rich by just sitting around hoping that money will fall from the sky. That's a fucking lie, especially those of the other race. Money is inherited a lot in other races. So yes, you can be a lazy motherfucker and have a lot of fucking money. So that's dead. Number two, in order to be rich, you have to be smart. Also not
That's
true.
not
Look at our
true.
president. Look at our president. So yeah, that's not at all. Let's see. I'm scrolling now. I don't just want a boyfriend. I want a mentor. So basically, she's trying to get put on. How can I get these M's? Like, oh, let me be a
Nothing
mentor.
wrong
Let
with
you
that.
mentor me.
To me.
And then number four, you said to me. And number four, rich guys know how to get what they want. I watched the show Millionaire
Uh-huh.
Matchmaker, and some of these fucking dudes that have millions and that are very successful with a lot of money are socially awkward as
Yeah.
fuck. So I wouldn't always say that they know how to get what they want, maybe in the business field or whatever the arena on what they do to get their money. But a lot of times most of them aren't really good with trying to court women. Like some of them are in this bitch and probably like running through them. Like, yeah.
Right.
But a lot of them are socially awkward as fuck and like they would already be married at this point. But because they will probably focus so much on building their business or inheriting their daddy's money or whatever they did in their younger years that like they don't have the social skills to even. So that whole article was bullshit to me. And I'm just like, you sound like somebody that's a gold digger, and you're just like, well, no, it's not about the money. It's about the characteristics. Like, no, I'm not going to say because you have money, like you're automatically a hard fucking worker and you're just like this awesome person. Like, no, I'm calling bullshit. Like,
I agree with you, but
but
I have heard women say that um you know there are people who simply inherit money. They don't really
mm-hmm.
have to work for the money that they have. But some people, they their drive to stay rich or stay successful is what attracts them. You know what I mean? Like, you may.
So they just like the motivation and how like driven they are. That's like attractive to them.
Right. And so they only want those kind of men around them. I've heard it was actually, I wish I could have found it. I did try to look for it, but there was an article that I read once where this woman basically said that, like, the type of men that have the type of motivation, I guess, that she is looking for, they would never be poor. But then poor is relative. I don't know what poor is to
Right.
her. What poor is to me. She,
Right.
she'd probably be like, "Bitch, what is life?" I don't know.
You need government assistance, man. Like, well, no.
So, I don't know. Um, Gold digging aside, though, because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like people like to throw that term out there when they don't even have gold, they don't even have bronze. Um,
Oh shit.
I do not have a problem with a woman uh, reserving her vagina for men that can provide. And not provide in like a millionaire sense, but like,
Mm-hmm.
what if I get pregnant?
All right.
What if I get?
No, that makes
What can you do if I get pregnant? And I mean, no sex is like 100%, preventable from
right.
pregnancy. So like, can you help me take care of a child should that happen? Or like, I hate to see women who are having full blown sexual relationships with people, been fucking them for years, but if their fucking tire went flat, they couldn't even call that nigga up to help them change it. Like,
Oh, yikes. You are literally just dick then. They just are a member on the
yeah, like,
roster. Because that's not really even dating if they can't
yeah.
help you. Like, what
So
you mean?
that's where I'm kind of like, people love to say gold digging, but I don't really necessarily feel like it's gold digging just to be like, if you're fucking me and it's more than just like a one night stand or just like a couple times here or there. Like if we're dealing with each other for like a year and
Mhm.
I don't know, I got to get my car fixed, so maybe I'm short on my damn phone bill this month. Am I wrong for asking you to help me out with my phone bill?
I mean, dating, yeah.
You said
I
yeah,
mean,
they are.
I don't. It depends on how long you've been dating. Like, if y'all a new relationship, and I'm just like, yo, help me pay my phone bill. I'm just like, what? Like, what? But I mean, if I've been dating somebody for years, then yeah, something small like that. Like, I would ask for help. But just the prideful person that I am, I'm gonna pay you back. Like, I wouldn't ask to keep it. Marriage is different. I'm just like, look, nigga.
I mean, pride aside, I get all that, but it's like you don't have a problem calling me on that same phone to get pussy, but you can't like
Tis
help me
true.
out if I need it.
No, that makes
And
sense. Yeah.
and I feel like I'm not saying that. I feel like you should be able to take care of yourself. Like if you're a grown ass person, man or woman, you should be
Right.
able to take. But people run into things. Life does happen, and I just simply,
I understand.
if I'm
No,
if
go
I'm
ahead.
fucking you and I ask you for gas money, uh,
Run me my
I
money.
just don't
No,
understand.
I get that. No, I 100% agree with that. But what I don't agree with is like when you're specifically seeking out, like before you even get to hi, my name is Dice. You're just like, I'm looking at his shoes. What's your car looking like? What do you work at? Not interested. That's when I'm just like, all right, bitch. Like it's one thing where like, all right, in case of an emergency or something goes on, like I expect you to pay for some dates. I expect you like, if it's my fucking birthday, I need a gift and stuff like that. But like when you go out of your way to turn down other people just for money, and I just want somebody who has money, and they could be the ugliest motherfucker out here. They could be the most obnoxious motherfucker out here, but they deal with it because hey, his pockets is long and he be sending me on trips. Like that's when I'm side eyeing you. Like, all right, bitch. Like
But
I
what is
can't
the
deal. You
limit
can't
to
be out
that?
here claiming.
Because you and I talked once about like people have preferences. Like I remember you saying like you wanted to date someone that had at least been to college. Like maybe not necessarily
Right,
graduated, but you weren't entertaining people that hadn't even been. That's a preference.
right. Yeah, and I that's why I said I understand if like when you were saying that women have preferences that they would want to be like they want to be with a provider. I could understand that, but like rich and providing is two totally different things. You can provide for somebody without being rich.
Right.
That's all I was saying. So like I get it. Like I'm not knocking any female who has a preference. Like it's your cooch, honey. Like hold that thing in a diamond glass and whoever deserves it, that's who you give it to. But when you like laying it low, spreading it wide, but only in the millionaires club. So it's just like
Jesus.
your only box that you need to check for a dude that you want to mess with is bank account is heavy. And then you're like, oh, okay. That's all. I just maybe that's just me. I don't get it. I don't yeah. But girls, y'all out here living y'all best lives because I see y'all on Instagram, honey. And while I'm at my daggone 9 to 5 taking care of these children, you are flying around the world with your daggone Louis bags and all of that. And so I see y'all.
I'm living through y'all.
Straight. Look.
I wish that I had stuck to my Diamond Princess ways and just headed down that path of, like you said, endless trips and endless bags, you know?
For sure. That's why one of my friends just need to marry one and then take all her girls. Finance us to sit on a yacht somewhere.
One of your good friends, not none of them fake ass hating bitches.
Yeah. No, I don't have time to be around them. I do not. Kind of rolling into kind of the same topic, but kind of sort of tea. Your favorite girl, Black China, has been cut off, bitch. I don't know if you've seen it.
What?
But I definitely saw an article today on TMZ that their I guess paternity order, her and Rob that they were going through. Apparently
Yeah.
Rob was paying her $20K a fucking month, my G. So that bitch was caking. But now the jig's up because they basically were awarded 50-50 custody, and they said that basically you provide for the needs of the child while you're in their care, so nobody has to send anybody any money, and other things like medical bills and school they split immediately in half. So honey, I know she's missing them checks. Like,
Angela
it's a sad day for
Kardashian
y'all.
is a failure to all.
But you was,
Okay.
what was this last year when y'all was fucking rooting for her
I know.
like Tyra
I
Banks
know I
voice?
was. I don't have no shame in my game. I was rooting for
She
her.
fucked up all that whole
She fucked up
plan.
the bag because she could not play her role. She should have.
She was going crazy. She was wilding.
She is
She was doing
just.
too much.
I unfollowed her because I'm just disgusted with her.
Oh,
She
you was
fucking
big mad.
had it, and she just fumbled that shit.
Look, the way it was being played out, I was like, "Ooh, this bitch is petty."
She started getting too
And
greedy.
then look, and then afterwards, like now she out here dating teenagers. I just don't get it.
Yeah,
Like, I
I'm
don't get
actually
it.
ashamed that I was ever rooting for her because she's so stupid.
She's gone down and down and down. Like with the, you're supposed to be going up. Like, okay, well, like got this situation, got this baby by the zoo. All right, who? Let me jump on to the next. If if that's your game, which it seemed like that was her game, but honey, she's moving backwards. Who knows what she with now?
So, is Steve Harvey's wife a gold digger?
So I remember we talked about this a while ago, and I'm trying to remember vaguely. Like she used to mess with some street dude that had money, and he got locked up or
She was
something,
mess.
or did he die? Like what happened?
She was messing with this like kingpin. I don't know if he really was a kingpin, but that's how that he was described. She was messing with some like drug dealer. He got locked up. So then she
Mm.
started dating his cousin, who was also a drug dealer.
Ooh,
Then he either got
oh
locked up or
baby,
died. And then she ended up with Steve Harvey. And now they say
honey,
Lori is following in the footsteps. I don't know.
honey, she sounded like an opportunist for sure. Like what? I mean, she's gorgeous, and so is Lori. But how you mess with a big drug dealer and then mess with his cousin? Like that alone is like that's pew. But
So what's the
then
difference
you
between an
stumble upon.
opportunist and a gold digger?
It's about the same to me, honestly. Just a nicer word of saying like you gold digger. It's the corporate way of saying you a fucking gold digger. So yeah, that sounds really bad. Like it sounds like you out here like if it was like a little corner boy drug dealer, then I'm like, all right, I ain't holding that against her. But if it's like a kingpin, like then he was raking in money. She was getting benefits of being the girlfriend of like a big time drug dealer. And then like look at her now, honey. Like she's lounging around the pool in couture, taking photo shoots with her grandchildren, and child, she living a life. I said, oh, okay, go ahead, Marjorie.
Go forth, young queens.
Go ahead and get these coins and run through your cooch, and may they look like they're 80-year-old poons when you're 40.
So what do you think about
You're like, all right, next.
what did you think about did you hear about the Cardi B thing? Like some old video came up where she was talking about how she used to drug niggas and like scam.
No.
Oh,
Nigga, what?
yeah, some old video surfaced where she was talking about how like when she was a stripper, she used to drug niggas and rob them.
Most of them hood joints in the strip clubs seem like that was their MO. Like I swear they was like money by any means necessary. So I can see it. And she like gang affiliated, so I definitely could see it. Like
But if the shoe was on the other foot and the dude was saying that he, he used to drug women, we
he'd
would
be
be asking for him.
he would be sitting beside Bill Cosby in jail. That's what's going on these days. So um, he would be in jail.
So do
But
we give Cardi
yeah.
B that same energy, or do we just chalk it up to stripper culture?
I mean, I'm not saying it's right being drugged and but I mean, she wasn't raping dudes, was she? Or she was just robbing niggas. Like
I cannot. They about to say we
that
super
sound bad.
trash.
I mean, I don't know. I guess that sound bad, but she was robbing them. It's the same as like doing a drive
But she
by
was
with a
drugging
gun
them
and like, all right, give
too.
me your money. Drugging them
She
so
was,
that they can go to sleep and take their money. Kind of like Players Club. Like, wait till they sleep and you get it.
I can't.
Listen, I'm gonna be quiet. I just want y'all to know that Dice was never involved in any of these activities, so I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just saying, like, I would feel like it's a difference from someone drugging someone to rape them and to like sexually violate them or touch them or do anything, as opposed to like I'm a stick up kid and like I'm a girl and I got a sexy body. So my lure is I don't have to pull up on you in a ski mask. I'm just gonna act like I want to smash, and then really I'm just here to rob your ass. Like I'm
Oh
not
my
saying
god.
either is correct. I'm not saying either is right. I'm not saying Cardi is fine. I'm just saying I wouldn't put it on the same level. It's like it's all fucked up, but it's not on the same level of its fucked upness to me. Just like damn, gotta be careful in that. Can't be picking up random strippers and taking them to your hotel room. Gotta be smarter than that.
Oh, that's how I feel about the gold diggers.
We got any tea?
I feel like it's been a slow news week. The most, I won't say exciting, but the most like talk worthy thing, that stupid Daniel Caesar bullshit.
Oh, news to me. Fill me in.
Oh, so basically he went on, I don't know if it's Instagram Live, I don't Facebook Live, one of them things.
Mm-hmm.
And he was basically just saying like Black people need to stop being so angry with white people
Oh.
and and just be nice and get with the winning team. Basically, that's what
Ooh.
he said. And then he was like, and I don't care if y'all cancel me, because he doesn't feel like he can really he can be canceled. He was like, cancel me if you want to or something like that. And I just kind of felt like, he had a good little album.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was just one album. Like, I know personally, I can do without Daniel Caesar. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't hurt me to let him go if
Right.
that's what I need to do. And I probably wouldn't have even canceled him because he was obviously super drunk. And I mean, Daniel Caesar definitely looks like that guy to cape for white people, and there's nothing wrong with it. But for him to then be like, "Oh, and y'all can cancel me if you want to,"
Mm-hmm.
like. People cancel Kanye West, my G.
Right.
Okay?
Right. You
People
haven't put out any new music, and I'm
people are
just
canceling Michael D. fucking Jackson. If you don't think that we can get little old Daniel Caesar the fuck out of here, you got another motherfucking thing coming.
right.
So if the cockiness is just kind of what made me be like, I can let you go, my G. So
Oh.
other than that though, I didn't really see anything like on the blogs as far as celebrity
Oh, your boy
news.
Jesse.
Oh my goodness.
Uh,
Fuck listeners. This is why
conspiracy.
I am going to keep my black ass mouth shut because I don't know what the fuck is going on. First
For
of all,
sure.
this whole Jussie story, it was all in the news the whole month of February. That's all the fuck you heard. And then in March, shit got mass silent. And then all of a sudden today, all of his charges have been dropped.
Look, he got the connections. He probably got the bomb lawyer. People know somebody, and like he got the fuck off. Like from what I've read, which it still doesn't make sense to me. They said that basically they decided not to prosecute him or charge him or whatever you want to call it, because if they were to charge him, the penalty, or I guess the sentence, would be that he would have to do community service. And he already did community service, so it's no point. So they're going to go ahead and not charge him or prosecute him and go ahead and wipe his record clean of the arrest. Where did they do that at? Like, you know how many black people wouldn't be in jail if they just like, oh, well, the charges ain't going to be that much, so we just ain't going to go through with it. What?
I read that. And I also read that the reason why they're dropping it, though, is because their evidence, the evidence that they brought forth, is not concrete enough. Which
Oh yeah, about the
also,
check and shit. Like,
right.
yeah, I did see that too. Why he was like, the check doesn't necessarily have to be payment for like the little scam, because they were also his not bodyguards, trainers, his personal
Personal trainers,
trainers.
yeah. But I mean, we
Child.
definitely saw these dudes go in the store and
And purchase
purchase
the shit.
these things.
And I saw somebody
And
talking about, but why is it such a big deal? He's not hurt. He didn't hurt nobody but himself, but he wasted money. Not that I'm an advocate for cops out here, but like literally, they were out here doing work that takes people's time and effort and city taxpayer money for them to out here and do this investigation just to be like, oh, okay, well, now we straight. It's cool. Somebody paid somebody off, and that's what that happened. People with money and connections can get out of every fucking thing.
I'm just still upset at the fact that if he was lying, that it hurts the both the black and the gay community. You know what
Definitely.
I'm saying, in the long run.
Yeah.
And I'm just so conflicted because he put out some personal statement, his lawyer put out some personal statement where they're basically making it seem like they got off because he didn't do it, but
No,
we don't really know for sure if he didn't lie because the details are still muddy. This whole fucking thing has just been
something
stupid.
ain't right in the milk. It's just,
Yeah, and
it
it's
ain't
just,
adding up at all.
I don't know. And at this point, I don't care.
Right,
Um, I know some people are just rooting for him because he's black and he didn't end up like getting charged. And I don't know how I feel about that either, you
right.
know, because other people get off far worse all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So on one hand, I'm like, do I just take this W and celebrate because I'm a
Or
nigga?
do we give him a side eye like, nigga, what you out here doing? Like, I
I
hope after this he
just,
takes this pass and sits the fuck down. Like, sit your
yeah.
ass the fuck down. Because look, you were loved in the eyes of so many people, and this fucked up your whole reputation, my G. Like,
Even if he wasn't loved in the eyes of so many people, like he was just under the radar enough
mm-hmm.
that like those who loved him, and then just other people just felt indifferent. Like
Right,
personally, I don't watch Empire, so I didn't care about him either way. No shade.
right.
But now everything that he does moving forward, I'm gonna just be looking like, look at his little lion
Look at
ass.
Joanne's fam out here.
Right.
Oh, scamming ass.
Yeah, so I don't know. Um Damn, what else happened?
I've read something about y'all government out here that
What they do now?
the Pentagon actually authorized the transfer of the $1 billion to begin on that wall.
Get the fuck out of here.
They are building 57 miles of this 18-foot high fucking wall. Like, we are in America, my nigga, and I just don't understand how this shit is flying. Like I don't, yeah, I don't get it.
That's
Like
wild.
fencing when niggas make tunnels, but okay, whatever. I get it. What? Yeah, whatever. But
That's wild. Meanwhile, you got the dude over in New Zealand somewhere shooting up people. Did you see that video?
No, I didn't want to see it, but I heard about it.
I I actually saw it,
Mm.
and I was just like, that is crazy. Not only did I see that, but he had a manifesto, and I
Mm.
read all 80 pages.
You read
And
it? What? So
yes, I did.
tell me.
It's basically, just your standard I feel threatened as a white man because people are mixing races, and this country is a European country, but it's been being infiltrated by the others. Never mind the fact that that nigga is an Australian and he was in a whole different country as an
Right.
immigrant, overstaying his visa. Um, and so to hear that this wall has been authorized, not that that tragedy happened here, it's just like, this is what we're focused on because, you know, JT and I were talking to our daughter about immigration and the
Mm-hmm.
wall because she was like, I don't understand. It's just a wall. Like, what's the big deal?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, the immigration issue that's happening in America, it's not because people are crossing the border. The
Right.
immigration issue is that people are overstaying their visas.
Right. For
And case
sure.
in point, and that's happening around the world, as you can see, because the gentleman, fuck out of here. The
Ah.
the the bitch ass nigga who shot up all that, those people,
Mm-hmm.
he had overstayed his fucking visa. So it's like, y'all are building a fucking wall, but that's not going to change shit. Like, what is it fucking? The issue is not that.
Wow. Hey, I don't get the point of it. I think it's just I don't know. Like I feel like it was something that he said in the beginning of this whole presidency and running, and he's just like, I gotta stick to it, and this is what I'm going. That's gonna be his legacy as a president. What did you do? I built a wall. Like I hope the next president come down and fucking rip that shit down. Like get the
I
fuck out of here.
feel like the next president is going to be some shit, but
It's
we're
gonna
just going to be
we're
so
gonna be like
happy
anybody's better than him. Like at
yep.
that point.
Because I
Somebody
see
gonna get the
people,
skating real easy after this because we just gonna be fine with whatever.
yeah, and that's what I think is like, like, even when people talk about impeaching him, I'm just like, I would rather he not be impeached because his fucking vice president is fucking the devil. So
Yeah.
if anybody knows anything about him, so it's just like, I don't want him to be the president of y'all anymore, but I don't want it to be another fucked up individual just because it ain't him. So,
Pray for us.
damn, T must have been real bad if we out here talking about
Talking
politics, because
about
we almost never
like
talk about that shit.
we don't never talk about politics on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anything else.
So I caught up with all these fucking reality TV shows, and let me tell you,
Hey.
I hate them all.
Oh shit.
I was watching the Love and Hip Hop Miami reunions.
Oh, I haven't watched it, but the season was trash. So
I'm
like
so glad I didn't watch this season.
dog,
I'm
it
so
was
glad.
horrid. First of all, the first season was iffy, but the second season is just like, oh my gosh, like Trick Daddy is annoying. Like I can't deal with you. Like I don't understand why they're dragging on this divorce. Like I don't get it. Like Trina should have paid for it a long time ago. Like I think they're running out of storylines, so they're like being extra with it. Like they're not even being creative with the storylines. Like it was. If it comes back another season, I doubt that I'll watch next season because it was rough to watch this season. I didn't even watch the
I
reunion.
I watched the reunions because I felt like since I did not participate in any of the shenanigans, I would at least get the Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
And I was just getting so frustrated because I was like, I don't even know what's happening here. And like, and you guys are, what are y'all arguing about? It's just, I didn't know what was happening.
Right.
It just was not good. And I was disappointed in the Love and Hip Hop New York season. I might have already said that because I felt like they
Yeah.
had couples on there, people, a lot of people that weren't just gonna be
Faking it for the camera.
doing shit for right. And I just felt like it didn't really go anywhere. And so now Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is back, and I'm seeing some old faces. And I'm trying to, I don't know what's going on in this season. I don't know what this season is going to be giving me because, oh, I'm sorry. Did you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to spoil it.
That 2 hour ass
So,
premiere.
yeah, like, what are we doing on a Monday?
Right.
Like, a bitch got to be asleep.
Look, for sure.
The one girl, I can't figure out what her name is, but she basically went in Carly Red's store and
Oh,
was talking
Pooh,
about,
her
yeah,
old friend.
you sucked my husband's dick and you was eating my ass. And I was like, what? Wait, what?
Right.
Like,
So
I didn't know what
they said,
happened.
well, she's new. She wasn't on there last season, but apparently she's married to some well-known record executive or whatever, and her and Carly were cool, and she was just like, her husband, it's known that they like have an open relationship, like they like have threesomes, and then they like when they're away, they like, she messes with girls and he messes with other girls. But apparently it was a time, she's saying that Carly, they had a threesome and Carly was just like all going down on him and like eating her ass and shit. And Carly was like, that shit never happened. Which I am inclined to believe Carly, because Carly always owns her freak shit. She's always like, oh yeah, I fucked him or I did this. So for her to adamantly be like, nah, I didn't, I'm kind of believing her because I don't know from any other season where she would just be like, nah, I didn't do that. So yeah, I don't know. But she came out of nowhere. Like, she just was randomly at, I forgot whose house they were at. Somebody, oh, they were at her house. Like, I was gonna say, like, they had a get together, which I don't know if they're gonna be making Erica like a little reoccurring thing, because she came out of nowhere. And I know she's pregnant with
Right.
twins now, so I don't know if they're gonna like ease her back into the whole Love and Hip Hop thing, or I
So
don't
that's
know.
what I was saying when I was like, I saw old faces. I was like, oh, Erica's back on there. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then this new chick popped up, and I was just like, where are we going with this? Because at one point I was like, okay, we're going back to like the first couple seasons of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, where we're just going to be. And this that dude Scrap is out of
Oh
jail, so now he's
yeah.
back on there.
Mm-hmm.
But then she came out of the damn blue,
Right.
and I feel like I walked out the room, and when I came back, she was just talking about eating asses and sucking dick. And I was like,
Like, what
hold
I
on,
missed?
what? What happened?
Dog.
So this is why I am conflicted about threesomes, because on one hand, I would want to have a threesome with somebody that I know, because then I would feel safe as far as like STDs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Won't it be
if we
awkward
have a
out?
falling out,
Yeah.
it could be. I Okay.
It just seems like it would. Like, it would just be like how do you, after you have a threesome with your friends and that dude, like, and like after it's done, like the next day when y'all, or the next week when y'all at the cookout, like, how do you act? Like, hey girl, hey girl, hey bro, like, what do you, how do you? It just seems like it would
It
be
could
awkward.
be it could be regular if you just let it be.
Oh,
But if you make it awkward, then
then it
it
could
will be
be.
awkward.
Yeah.
Like if you bring it up,
I think I would just be the awkward
then
joint. Like, I don't want to look you in your eyes. Like, like, you just had your whole tongue in my ass. I don't know what to say. Like, can you please pass the guacamole? Like, I don't understand what I'm saying. Like, what's happening
I
here?
think the best way is just to act like it never happened and just go on about your business.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yes, you could. What do you?
But
I'm gonna ask you your feelings. Was you about to say something else about that part?
oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you. So the whole Stevie J and Faith thing about
Hmm.
them, eloping in Vegas and getting married without, telling her his daughter and letting his baby mother Mimi know. And how do you feel, or how would you react if your child's father went off and got married and introduced the new joint to your kid without you even meeting her first? Like that whole
I would have
situation.
I would have a huge issue. And actually, so my daughter's father is engaged to someone who my daughter knew beforehand because her daughters went to my daughter's school when we were all living in the same state.
Mm.
But and when they ended up in a relationship, like he told me, but then she moved into his home.
Mm.
And that's his business. I don't care.
Right.
But my whole thing was Amara is not moving into your home because she went to go live with him last school year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, she's absolutely not going because I've never met this woman.
All right.
And I don't feel like there's anything wrong with knowing who is going to be around your kid.
Absolutely.
I don't give a damn. If you want to go off and marry somebody, that's your business. But my child is my business.
Exactly.
So
I need to
I
know, especially all these crazy motherfuckers out here. Like, nah, I need to know who's around my damn child at all times.
right. And just because that's Faith Evans, the singer,
I mean, they got R.
that bitch
Kelly out
don't.
here.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't mean shit. I still need to know who the hell she is. And I actually was super happy that Mimi went to that dinner with the same Mimi energy that
Yeah.
she had for Jocelyn and everybody else. She
She
didn't.
didn't change it up because it was Faith. She was just like, when she was
Right.
talking to Steve, she was like, I don't give a fuck who it is. I was like, yeah, say that. Say that.
And I appreciated that Faith was just like, you know,
She got it though. Like,
she
because,
called him out for not, you should have told Mimi that I was going to be at that
yeah,
dinner.
because that was
And,
petty as shit for setting it up. Because, yeah.
yeah.
And maybe she understands because, her being a mom. Because even when Stevie was like explaining to her, she was like, well, I mean, I would see she would have right to be upset with that. And then, like, she agreed, like, your communication is not the best, Stevie. So, like, I get it.
Right.
So, like, I was glad that she wouldn't just jump into Stevie's side because, oh, that's my husband. Like, right is right, wrong is wrong. So I'm glad at least she seemed like she's authentic. Like, all right, nigga, like you was kind of wilding for not telling her I was gonna be at the joint with your daughter, and she finds out through her daughter and not you that I was at the
Right.
damn lunch. Like, she has reason to be upset about that. She hasn't even met me and shit. Like,
Right. So, and I appreciated that from Faith because, and I don't give a goddamn who hears it. I feel like his motherfucking fiance, his as in my baby daddy, had a goddamn issue because I felt that way. And I
mm,
don't know, I didn't understand it because it's like, well, you have daughters as well. So how would you feel if the shoe was on the other foot? And
I
I don't,
mean, but it low key was when you and JT got married.
okay.
So
I mean, it was a
how about that?
huge issue. And I
That's what
mean,
I'm saying. How about that?
yeah. So I don't know. I felt Mimi and I respected Faith. And if you co-parenting out there, just do what you got to do on a grown level. The
And
end.
keep the communication open,
That's
the
it.
lines of communication. I was annoyed with Spice. Like last season she was over the top, but this season, like that whole white face thing that she did, like, you looked, the more she talked and the more she started to sweat in that makeup, she looked the fuck terrible. She looked like daggone Marlon and Sean
Oh
on
yes,
White Chicks.
yes she
Like,
did.
she looked like she could have been the third sister in that movie. And who was that? Was it Rashida that was like, you look like a white woman trying to be black or something? She said. I was like, no.
I mean,
They look the fuck terrible. I mean, she looked the fuck terrible. And like, she got mad because the dermatologist, because she actually went to the freaking dermatologist to inquire about actually really lightening her skin, not just like the whole makeup thing. And the dermatologist was like, well, I'm going to have to do a psych eval. And she like really fucking, or not, she wouldn't do it, but she will refer her to get a psych eval because, anybody that wants to make that drastic of a change to their appearance, they just want to make sure it's for the right reasons. And she got mad, but like, I mean, look, why? Just go back to Jamaica where they love you. Like, if you feel like America doesn't like you for your color, which I think is absolutely absurd, the man was just saying that you need to work on a lot of stuff. Like, it could have just been like what you wearing in your stage presence, or maybe
yeah,
that
I
blue
don't
ass
even
wig.
think he said anything about her complexion. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Okay, I'm
All
here
right.
now.
All right. Shit, we're going to have to edit that out.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, this is
Jesus.
crazy. You're editing. You about to be have a headache. Anyway. So it could have been a multitude of things that he was talking about. And she just had to take it there with the color. Like, I don't know. She's extra. She seems extra.
And not to say that she doesn't experience those issues. It just
I
seemed
don't
like she
think
went
she
to
was
the left for
reaching.
no
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, yeah. He definitely didn't say like, with darker skinned women. Like he didn't even say complexion. He just says your look. He says a lot of
Right.
things that you have to change, like your whole look. Like we need to just I don't even think he said look. I might be reaching with him saying look, but I just feel like he was like, you need to start from square one and like, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was all that I got from that damn episode. I mean, 2 episodes pretty much because I was tired watching it. But yeah, whatever shows. I didn't watch the second part of Ayanla.
We need to find some scripted shows though, because I just don't know how much of this reality shit I can stomach. Black Ink Crew is fake
Oh my,
as
it's
fuck.
getting
I
worse and worse
just
every episode. Like,
Black Ink Crew used to be so dingy and run down, and I loved it because it was
right.
authentic. And then next thing you know, all them niggas started getting new teeth, and it's just been downhill ever
Ever since y'all
since.
niggas start sending them Carmex and moisturizing their lips, now
Mm-hmm.
they fancy and shit.
Then that damn new Married to Medicine show, I
You
tried.
wasn't fucking with
I tried.
it.
I tried. I I cannot.
Let's see.
It's
You said,
y'all send me some suggestions on some scripted
yeah, because all the
shows.
scripted shows that I like, I don't think you like.
I think that. Did you finish Game of Thrones?
Listeners, listen here.
Oh my god.
So Shay sends me a schedule of how you can
Mm-hmm.
watch all of the seasons by the time the new Game of Thrones season begins.
Like 2 months
That
ago.
schedule doesn't even have you finishing all the seasons yet. And she still asks me every day, are you finished? Are you finished? Are you finished? If I was on schedule, I still wouldn't be finished. So why are you asking me so early? Have I finished?
Because the schedule also does not even include the weekends. So you could be binge watching
No, not
some
every
of these
weekend when I'm
seasons
at your
on the weekend.
not when I'm at your competitions.
But breaks.
Okay, and I was probably sleeping for not being at competitions. I watched most of them during the week. So
I mean, I feel like you're deep enough into the seasons that it's good. It's really good at this point. And
yeah.
so it should just make you want to keep watching them.
I mean, I am. I haven't stopped. It's not like I went like periods of like weeks without watching them. Like I'm still consistently watching them. I'm just not done yet, which the schedule says I even shouldn't be done yet. Look, you hit me up the day before the new season starts and say, hey, are you done? And if I say no,
No.
then cuss me out then. But don't hit me up
No,
weeks
it'll be
before.
too late then.
No, it won't.
It will be if it's the day before. I gotta keep you on point. So you could be like, oh, I don't feel like hearing this bitch mouth. And then you'll watch 3.
Look, I will be done on time. Okay? All right. Thank you.
Your husband finished.
I mean, I don't give a fuck.
He put it on Facebook. He just hid you from the status because he didn't want nobody to ruin anything. But he said it was a really good show.
Good for him. Not one fuck. You act like that's about to be motivation. Well, B-Dub did it. Okay. He's also out here running 4 miles. Do that mean I'm about to do that shit? Absolutely not.
I'm fucking done with you.
I'm just saying, Shay, I will be done by the time the next season. I have been in this joint talking to myself. I talk to the little people on the after show talking about the episodes because I have nobody to talk to about this. So look, when I'm done and we all caught up, then we can be in one big old group chat and discussing it. Because I don't like talking to people that already seen the joint because they like, oh yeah, I do remember that. And they don't be as hype as me because y'all done watched the season 47 years ago. So I'm like, oh yeah, that shit was crazy as fuck when blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah.
But we were watching, we had restarted it with you. It's just that
no,
we
you didn't
finished
restart it with
again.
me. Like Freaking
I did.
daggone
Coffee.
yeah, finished it in like a weekend. Like who has
Well,
time?
yeah,
He was
he
wilder.
finished it really quickly, but when I saw the schedule, I started it with the schedule. I
No,
just
you
finished.
you went ahead of the schedule because if you were on the schedule, you would finish right before the new season started. Maybe I should text you what the
I,
schedule looked like because maybe you forgot what the schedule looks like. But like literally, the
but I
schedule
finished.
will have you finishing right before the new season starts.
I saw, but that was too long. Like it was the schedule. It literally calls for one episode a day, Monday through Friday.
Well, look, man, and listeners, don't send me nothing you don't want me to go by. Don't say, "God damn it, here's this schedule," and go by it so you can be caught up by the time the new season come. And then when you ask me, you like, "You not done yet?" I'm like, "I'm following the schedule. It's taking too long. This is the fucking schedule that you wanted me to be on. Damn it, I'm not doing this with you, Shay. This shit will be watched. It's good. I like it, but you're not gonna damn rush me. You hear me?
Okay.
I'm a
Did you
fighter,
watch
y'all.
Breaking Bad?
No, but B-Dub did.
Oh my god. Man, what do you watch on TV?
These
Did you watch
nuts.
The Wire?
The Wire is not new, bitch. What are you talking about? Yes.
I'm just saying, when it was on, did you watch it?
Yes. Of course. That shit was lit.
I mean, Breaking Bad, I feel like, of course, that's what you should have said, but you said no. So and Game of Thrones, you didn't watch until this year. So I see where we're at, see our compatibility on the
Dog, I watch a
shows.
lot of shows. Like, I just don't think we watch the same shows. Like, as far as scripted, like, obviously, we're parting ways on the social, I said social media, on the reality TV, but I just don't think
They're really bad.
yeah, I mean, they are getting bad. I have to agree with you. But
We're
scripted,
gonna we're gonna convene offline and figure out these scripted
I'm gonna
shows.
send you a
And
list of all the scripted shows that I watch regularly. That's like actually on, like not no old shit. Like don't ask me about The Wire and shit like that. But
okay,
even though
and
I am going to be watching Braxton Family Values when it comes on in a couple weeks. I want to see what's going on. So, listeners, I think from here on out, once we start on our scripted shows, like Dice will be bringing you the updates on the reality TV, and then we'll talk together about our scripted shows, and then that's how we'll move forward.
I'm sorry, y'all.
You get
I'm
five.
trying.
You get 5 little crystals, boy. Now you too good for reality TV. You all earthy and shit. I don't like this fake shit. All right.
Jesus. I have 8 crystals, by the way,
Oh
and that's
yeah,
why I said okay.
look. She's shaking the table.
Bitch, good bad release. I'm done with you. I'm going to bed.
Let's see, good bad release. I don't even know if this counts, but like I know I've said it before. Like I have older parents that have a bunch of health issues, and for some reason I don't know what kind of message the universe is trying to put out there, but it has been brought up several times by outside folks that don't know each other about why don't you take your parents in? Like it would be so much
I
easier.
have been thinking it.
That's what I'm saying. Like so many people that are unrelated, like literally one person that I was talking to about it like literally a couple days ago that had no idea about my situation and telling them, and they were just like, why don't you just move them in? I was like, well, first of all, like the idea sounds easy logistics wise, like okay, you don't have to manage 2 households of bills, but my sanity, like
I do agree. It would be a different set of stress, but I'm sorry I cut you off, but I swear I have been thinking it. I just have been trying to be a listening ear.
but I just because you know me, and when we were saving up for our current house, like the
Mm-hmm.
plan was to stay with my folks for a year to save up. We
Mm.
didn't make it to a year because I was over that shit. I was like, look, stack this money a little bit quicker and we need to get the fuck up out of here. Because as a grown adult, my mom is telling me, oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, don't yell at the baby. You're not going to tell me how to parent my kid. Like that won't happen. So we would have to pool our money together to get a big enough house where they have like a pool house or something. Like, I don't know. It has to
Right.
be something where like you are the fuck away. Like you are here, but you are not here. So, and it's crazy that like I've heard multiple people bring up that suggestion. And then my mother-in-law had actually tagged me in something on Facebook today about moving and like having us all together. And I was just like, look, universe, I don't know what you're telling me, but you need to replenish some coins for that to even happen. And I just know the effing headache that it would take to move two households. I don't even want to think about that headache. Like literally even just
Right.
packing up two houses alone. Like it's, and my parents' house is bigger than mine. And just packing up all their shit and mine and then move, no. So good, bad, and release all together. Like I don't know. I I don't know if this is a good thing, a bad thing, or I want to release this whole thing that the damn universe is trying to put on me. But it sounds good, but it also sounds bad. I don't know. But
I
yeah.
really think you should give it some thought because, again, I have
What if,
just been listening.
what if I want to turn up? What if me and my husband want to walk around naked? Like, what happens then? What happens if my mom coming to make toast and I'm just like, I don't know, twerking in the living room? Like, what happens? Like, I
Think
just,
about this past weekend.
yeah. That,
I
and
mean,
that is a big reason why I would be for it. It would make me feel a lot more comfortable and secure about stuff. But then I think about the good days and my sanity, and like, what if I just want to have a big ass turn up house party like we normally do during the summer? And I'm just like,
right.
not too loud. My parents are in the guest room. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm grown, grown, grown. And I don't
No,
know.
I feel you.
So it would just have to be a lot of discussion, and it's like you kind of lose the freedom of this is my house. It's just like, oh, the whole family's here. It would like literally
Yeah.
have to be on some, which I know we wouldn't be able to even afford a huge house like that where you just have like your own little small guest house in the rear. Like,
Right.
so yeah, I don't know. What about you?
Well, I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I was like, maybe if she goes first, like
Something will pop
something she
up.
says will bring something to me. Um, No, I have been, all of my friends have been out here making these moves, getting new jobs, starting businesses,
Hey.
blogs and things and things and
Oh,
things. And so I've been trying to figure out, like, what is my thing? Because one of my gripes has been that I don't enjoy anything. Like, I don't do anything. I just go to work and I come home. I go to work, I go home. So I'm
right.
trying to figure out a thing for me. And so I think I have an idea of something that I could do,
Yes.
but I don't know for sure. So I have been doing my research
I love it. I love it.
and I created a Pinterest board for it and
Yay.
everything, but I don't know, and I have to really about it because I was talking to some folks about it and they were like, you have to be patient because it's definitely not something where you're just going to like make money
Off
quickly
the
or
rip.
anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, but it does involve crystals because
Yes.
I have really been into crystals. I even bought a crystal Bible, so it gives you
See?
all like these crystals and what they mean, what they do, how they can be used, and
That's lit. I
so I
just say
actually created two different boards. I got one called Earthy Ho
mhm.
that got all my crystal
perfectly
shit on there.
perfectly fitting.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I don't really have anything bad. I just wanna figure out like,
What makes you happy and what's something that you would enjoy
yeah,
doing? Like even if it doesn't bring in millions of dollars, what's something that you can
right.
do on the side, even get a little side hustle and a couple bucks here and there, is something that you enjoy. You never even know. In this day and age, you promote it enough and it might take off and you might not even need your damn day job. So, but it has to be something that you enjoy because you don't want to start a business or, a hobby or a venture and then it takes off and you're just like, I don't even like this shit. I hate this shit more than what the fuck I was doing before.
Right. So I don't know. I just, because I really don't know. Like I don't even have a like, oh, I used to like to do this, because I've just been a mom like most of my adult life.
Right.
So I really don't know. I kind of just like, let's see, what this path brings me. So I am actually going to go out and just start with a small project. Not this weekend, 'cause my last week with my husband, but next week I'm going to gather some of my supplies and just
I'm
see what
excited.
happens.
Yes, ma'am. I'm excited.
And it's thanks to you, because you've inspired me.
Oh, look at this shit. Look at me out here. Fucking inspiring. They fucking straighten my shirt out here. Look at me. We gotta have multiple streams of income. That's what the others are doing, and you just can't have one. And if it could be something that you like, why the fuck not?
Right.
Because, like I said, it's like if the right person, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with social media, shit can go viral so quick, and you tell a friend to tell a friend, like we tell y'all, and like your business will be booming. And then next thing you know, like, we'll be putting in our dag on 2-week notices and be like, it's been real, but I got this other shit going.
One can dream.
Oh,
One can
look,
certainly dream.
every day.
Yeah. This podcast, this other thing, one of these things got to catch the fuck on.
It's gonna catch on. We're gonna be the fuck out of here. Let me tell you something. You talking about motherfucking gold digging. Our husband's gonna be like, jackpot, cha-ching. All these headaches been paid off because these two been driving. That's crazy.
Oh, you can get a prenup in the middle of that marriage.
Petty Betty. Well, listeners, look, we thank you guys for tuning in. As always, we tell you guys to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. And you already know the drill. Go ahead. If you ain't already doing it, go to Instagram, go to Twitter, follow us at the Chatty Pattys. Also, you can go to our website, see our little bio, get all the links to where we're streaming, as well as on our Instagram. We got the little sexy little link tree where you can get our website link, as well as all the links where we're streaming. The website, www.thechattypattys.com. And we thank you guys for listening as always. And make sure y'all keep on interacting with us on our little Instagram posts. We might, especially with this topic with the gold digger, we might post like a question of the day, especially to try to get an idea what the guys feel about it, because we didn't have any guy on the show to ask their opinion. Not that I know any rich guys, but maybe we'll post a little questions of the day and let us know what you guys think. But
that's just gonna be all the motherfuckers that work at McDonald's. Jesus Christ.
It's gonna be all the broke joints. Like, man, what the fuck? Oh, y'all gold digger bitches. Like, if you don't go past the fries, John, stop playing. Like, get out of here.
We don't want your money, sir. We just want you to strive for something more than burgers.
Right.
But anywho, y'all have a good week or whatever.
Y'all be blessed, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.